Jim Jones is usually serious when he talks about his vision. He has long been acknowledged as a key player in the development of hip-hop, a combination of a business strategist, artist, and hustler. But even his detractors were taken aback by what he achieved in 2025. Jim was busy building something far more substantial than a simple endorsement, a sophisticated media production studio of his own, while everyone was focused on Kanye West's claim that he offered him $2 million to join D. Welcome to the celebrity rap showroom, everyone. You're in the perfect place if you enjoy hip-hop drama and unvarnished, unadulterated celebrity moments. Remember to click the subscribe button. It's true that Jim Jones recently purchased a sizable warehouse complex. Not for a car dealership, fashion boutique, or recording studio, but for a media factory. His objective is to provide a central location for digital marketing, podcasts, live streaming, filmmaking, production, and content development. Essentially, Jim is no longer looking to the industry for approval. He is creating an ecology of his own. Let's go back a little. Kanye West and Jim Jones made headlines together earlier this year for a different reason. Kanye has once again stated in public that he had made Jim Jones a $2 million offer to sign with his company. Jim, meanwhile, didn't reply with a diss track or a tweet. Rather, he laughed it off in an interview with DJ Self. Jim smirked as he continued, "He says a lot. I'm not sure about the $2 million. That was the end of the matter." Many people thought the narrative would end there. Another over-the-top hip-hop story. However, Jim Jones was completing a real land transaction, investing in physical infrastructure, and signing a valid deed while everyone argued over whether Kanye was exaggerating. No guesswork, just reliable assets. The warehouse he purchased is a sizable one. This large estate, which is said to be more than 20,000 square feet, is situated in a desirable neighborhood. It's more than just a studio. It serves as the cornerstone of an empire. According to reports, Jim is furnishing the area with top-notch sound stages, editing studios, music production suites, and podcast booths. Think of it as a cross between Dipset, Tyler Perry Studios, and Rebel. This has nothing to do with flaunting wealth. The goal is to leave a legacy. Jim Jones has changed his strategy in recent years. He has made a big move into entrepreneurship after decades of being regarded as a shrewd Harlem rapper known for his "We Fly High" and Dipset choruses. He works in fashion, cryptocurrencies, real estate, fitness, liquor branding, and now media creation. Jim is building a platform while others are pursuing them. His motive is obvious. Command. Jim is aware of what it's like to be shut out of restricted groups. He has direct experience with industry bias and understands what it means to be relevant only if you win over other people by possessing the facilities. He is doing away with that dependence entirely. The timing of this action is what amplifies its impact. The industry was still making fun of Kanye's statements only a few months ago. You claimed that the internet viewed Jim's rejection of his $2 million offer as if it were a 2005 headline. In other words, Jim lost out on a significant chance. He is now the one giving other people opportunities. There is more to this warehouse than just a bunch of lights and cameras. It is expected to develop into the center of many digital initiatives in the future. According to reports, Jim plans to offer production services to influencers, musicians, filmmakers, independent producers, and brand partnerships. In an era where outside platforms still dominate, he is creating a scalable model, a blueprint for Harlem-based Black-owned media infrastructure. It's important to remember that Jim is already familiar with viral culture. Jim has never waited for trends to come to him, as evidenced by his podcast and active Instagram presence. He makes them. His new space is probably going to be used for his performances, Dipset-related content, new music releases, fitness classes, and a lot more. He is turning himself into a brand, which in turn is becoming a media platform. Why is he doing this now, one might ask? The response is simple. Jim's timing has frequently been undervalued. He chose a different route when others followed the herd. Although many artists were reluctant to talk about business, he promoted equity. He's not just noticing shifts in culture. He is actively trying to sway them. Additionally, he has always supported the idea of ownership. Remember that this is the same person who was instrumental in starting one of the most renowned street movements in hip-hop history. It was not merely a musician. It covered Harlem real estate, attitude, and fashion. Jim is capable of convert momentum into motion. He's doing it again now, but this time he has a mogul's resources at his disposal. Infrastructure, streaming rights, microphones, contracts, and cameras. Here, there are no illusions, only sound strategy and planning. Furthermore, this is more than simply a win for him personally. Jim Jones is opening doors for many artists by creating this media center, especially those from communities like Queens, Brooklyn, Newark, Philadelphia, the Bronx, Harlem, and beyond. He is establishing an environment where voices can be heard more loudly without losing their sincerity. Now, independent artists will have a tool to help them create material. Young business owners are capable of creating images, hosting podcasts, pitching concepts, and filming ads. It is a center of potential as well as a content manufacturer. A Harlem-based headquarters that understands business dynamics and speaks the street language. The twist is this. Jim didn't require the $2 million that Kanye had. The same person who allegedly turned down Ye is now producing something that millionaire artists still lack. Rather than just renting a fantasy, he is buying the building. Jim's plans are currently being implemented, but wise suggestions are still the subject of public conjecture. He didn't make any social media announcements or allude to it in a freestyle. He just made it happen. He stands out because of these nuanced yet effective maneuvers. Additionally, the compound signifies a change in the sector. It means that hip-hop doesn't have to ask for a seat at the table anymore. Jim Jones and other artists are now purchasing the entire structure and putting up their tables. In the current environment, where digital media is king and material is precious, Jim's storehouse is more than just a clever idea. It's innovative. He recognizes where the culture is going and is building a concrete basis to help it down that path. Rumor has it that he is working with other independent business titans to expand this concept, possibly even establishing a more extensive content network that may encompass live event broadcasts, digital television, radio stations, and children's programs. Because Jim has always had the city's attention, if there is one thing, the warehouse is only the beginning. What comes next has the potential to completely transform how innovators and artists from marginalized communities produce, share, and retain ownership of their work. For young black artists who want to work in media, music, or cinema, Jim's idea offers a concrete example. You do not need to await an invitation. Step by step, you can generate the opportunity on your own. Although some detractors might write it off as merely a warehouse, civilizations start there. Like Tyler Perry Studios, Def Jam, and Apple. Once the mission is established, all that is required is concrete paint and a distinct vision. And Jim's purpose has never been clearer. Jim provides cameras and producers while others wait for a record label to endorse their concepts. He is focused on creating long-term success, whereas influencers aim for celebrity. Jim is investing for future generations as other rappers become well known for their scandals. And he's doing it with the brash, unrepentant, active attitude of Harlem. The culture will determine what occurs next. Are they going to support him? Are they going to take part? Will they bring in fresh exhibits, collaborations, ideas, and inventiveness to that warehouse? Or are they going to wait for Netflix to approach them? The momentum has already started to build. There are construction crews present. Schedules are being made, equipment is being delivered, and rooms are being designed. The doors will open soon. For everyone who has ever been advised that they must leave their city to achieve, not simply Jim Jones. The city remains at home this time. Because Jim Jones's response to Kanye was more than just words. He replied with ownership and infrastructure. That's how a comeback happens. That's how you prove your value. Not through interviews or rumors, but by taking action. As a result, Jim is creating an unavoidable legacy, while Y's $2 million narrative floats around in rumors. A new generation of artists may soon enter those warehouse stores, equipped with contracts, cameras, and microphones. They won't need to look for chances. They will be engrossed in them. The reason for this is that Jim Jones made sure the compound was built for their advantage as well. Please leave your ideas in the comment section. I'd appreciate hearing what you think about this. To remain updated on this article, remember to like, subscribe, and enable notifications.